Hello, today we're going to be talking about your answer is in your gift. The answer that you're looking for the level that you're on in this season of your life is in your gift. The answer that you're looking for as it relates to you being an entrepreneur and where you've hit that roadblock as it relates to being more and becoming more. It's in your gift. And so we're going to talk about that today. How you doing? I'm Coach Gene again, your energy practitioner, your Tai Chi and Qigong instructor. And so our channel is where we focus on assisting individuals with making connections on the healing and greatness from within to win. I appreciate if you taking time out to like, subscribe, and to share our channel as we continue forward, assisting individuals with not only just getting to balance, but maintaining a balance in their life as we continue to evolve season after season in our lives. So your gift or your answer is in your gift. As an energy practitioner, even as a construction superintendent for 30 years, and I would mentor young emerging professionals. I was always asked a question, or when I would even ask the question, what is your gift? I'd have people say, well, I don't know what my gift is, or I'm still in search, or I wish I knew. I don't want to oversimplify it, but I do want to add another perspective as it relates to our gifting and what we've been called to do. And that perspective is this, is not as difficult as we would like it to make it. One thing is that the reason that you're sucking in fresh prana or beautiful air, and that you're walking amongst the earth and you're being attracted to the things that actually bring you happiness or joy or what have you, part of that is your gift, the people that you interact with. A lot of times when we think about gifts, we think about these grandiose abilities, the ability to be clairsentient or clairvoyant, having the gift to be able to smell energetically colors, or having the ability to see dreams, or be able to hear from the ancestral realm. Yeah, those are gifts. But the gifts don't stop there, and they're more and over evolving, and not even just evolving, but they're even more expansive than just the gift of laying on of hands, or as it relates to healing, in those different dynamics. We need to again expand our perspective as it relates to our assignment or our gifts, because our answers are locked into our gifts. And so what do I generally share as it relates to individuals who are looking for their gifts, looking for how they are bringing answers into their lives, into the lives of others? One of the things is that I ask individuals is that to focus, right, on what it is that makes you excited, or that brings you happiness or joy. If you're not even tapped into, I guess, that feeling state of what brings you joy or happiness, what is it that you're currently working on or working with? And it's an assignment, and you're pretty good at it, right? Start right there. Your gift might lie in the seed of just being grateful. And if we overlook those small blessings that we have, then how would the Creator be able to trust us with more? That's in sacred writing. Be faithful over a few, and that will in turn allow you to be ruler over much. being grateful is no little thing. We all have that talent, but maybe that might be your focus in this season of your life. The Creator God wants you to be grateful. This is just an example of a gift. Being grateful in every scenario that you find yourself in, because as you share that energy of gratitude, then you're actually sharing it with other individuals, that energy, that wavelength, that frequency, and it's actually spilling over into their lives because they're seeing you with a smile. They're seeing you interact, being fully present and fully involved. That impacts other people's lives. Not only it increases your life, that is a gift. We can just start, right there, So let's not put ourselves in the box as it relates to how our gifts show up. Because when you move in your gift, whatever that thing, whatever was the last thing you were impressed to do, whatever you felt God or your parent or your mentor, whatever track that you're presently on to impress yourself or someone else, start there. Oversimplify it to understand that a gift, just like your purpose, is an ever-evolving process. You have many gifts. You have many purposes. But I think sometimes we get clouded because we try to pinpoint and say, hey, my gift doesn't look like hers or his, or my purpose isn't as big as hers or his. That's not important. What is important is that you have multiple gifts with multiple purposes, and these gifts and purposes are evolving as you evolve. Whether you're at the stage of an apprentice, a journeyman, or a master, each and every one of those stages are important in that you operate in the purpose and the gift and the responsibilities at all of those stages. Even at the stage of mastery, there is someone over you that is a master that's even putting you back into the sense of apprentice. So you're a master, but you're always learning and always growing. Even if you have people that are under you, there are people that will be over. Well, maybe not under and over, but as you evolve and expand, there are other individuals that are expanding, that are sharing and learning from you as you are sharing and teaching others. So not a thing about levels, but there's a thing about expansion and expanding in this love as you're moving out to unlock the answers that you need. It's in your gift. It's doing that thing and being good at that one thing. Let me give you an example. I was giving a complimentary health care professional friend of mine a energy balancing session. And I can tell that, this person was like over, just putting in a lot of time. And my heart goes out to individuals who provide these complimentary healthcare services. And so I always try to offer my service. Sometimes there is an exchange and sometimes there's not an exchange. Because I think sometimes we focus so much on giving that we don't know how to receive. And so I wanted to share with this person a session, a free session, 1 hour session. And the session went very well. But that evening, that particular individual began to dream. And it showed this individual some things that were enlightening and maybe not so enlightening, but it was the truth. Ultimately, that energy balancing session opened up this person's gifts, and it kind of shook their foundation. And just to increase on the story, to share a little bit more insight, this particular individual has a family of individuals who are also gifted in certain areas, particularly dreams, and those dreams coming to pass. Well, the person told me, you know what, I'm finished with this these energy balancing Reiki sessions or whatever, and I'm fine just like I am. And all these gifts that are being promoted, I don't want them. I'm not ready. I'm not, whatever, later. And I began, the next time that I met with this individual, I said, you know what, let's take another look at how this scenario happened as it related to, these dreams that occurred. And let's look at it in another perspective, because again, I'm concerned, and I want to make sure that every individual, again, is connecting with the healing and greatness from within to win. And so I shared with this person, I said, could that have possibly been a gift that was operating? Because at the time I didn't know. And so this person said, yeah, it definitely is, but that's too much. And I said, well, let's take a look at it in another perspective. How about if we look at it that within you operating in this gift and allowing it to have its course, that it's actually opening a new portal for this new season that you're walking in. But because you don't want you're not willing to walk into the totality of what it is that you have agreed to, your assignment that you agreed to in this three-dimensional realm, and you probably well, not that you probably, but you're turning a blind eye to it, or you're turning away from it. This is actually your answer. This person owns a business. This person is looking for answers as it relates to location, resources, trusted individuals. And we're looking for those answers that reside on the inside of us. But how can the answers come up and out of us if we're constricting what we need to be giving? Balance in the universe is about giving and receiving. And if you're not willing and giving as it relates to your gift, no matter what it is, then that could be what's blocking you from entering into this new timeline, entering into a new portal, a new season of opportunities where your heart will be just flooded with answers, people, and synchronicities coming to you just because you're willing and available to share your gift. Nobody's asking you to be perfect with your gift. You're going to be making mistakes. You might see something and it might not totally be there, but you'll never, not never, that's not what I'm trying to say. In order to optimize your gift, you have to use it. You have to be willing to step out, jump into that water. You don't have to jump in, even if you crawl in, roll in, walk in. Your answer is in your gift. So be careful as it relates to what cultural consciousness is talking about. Like, oh, those are weird people over there because they dream and unlock people's dreams by sharing what they have seen, and that looks weird. Well, guess what? You being extra is what's required for you being extraordinary as it relates to all these things that you're believing the Creator, believing in the universe for. Better clientele, resources flowing through you, the location, the way you market, the people that you come in contact with. We're wanting to receive these particular insights, but we're not willing to give everything that we have to the universe so that the universe can reciprocate. The universe is reciprocating, right? The universe doesn't stop doing what it does. The presence does. It's just that are we at the frequency that we need to be in order to see, not see or hear, but see or hear intuitively. Are our intuitive feelings unlocked so that we can actually interpret the information that the universe is giving to us? That's because we've locked down that portal. I shared with this person, it's almost like being in a breached situation. The universe is trying to birth you. The mother of the universe is trying to birth you into your new answer, your new opportunity, but we're breached right now. And so the question is, how do I become unbreached to get in the correct posture and position to be birthed? How do I recognize my gift? I wanted to point out a science breakthrough that was pointed out and I've heard and looked into as it relates to 1991, the neural network that is actually in the brain that operates the body. That same neural network is in the heart. So what they're saying is that the heart also has a brain that actually assists with optimizing the body's ability to heal, to grow, to be alive, to function. Now, if that's the case, in order to optimize our awareness or our gifts, or to be able to be in a place, in an elevated state, to be able to interpret, to hear, to sense what it is that's coming across, our head and our heart need to be in resonance. They call this head-heart coherence. You know, a lot of times we hear about or we think about ourselves overthink things. No, you're not overthinking things. I don't like when people say I'm overthinking. God gave you a mind. You have a mind to think. Some people are just gifted as it relates to being analytical. So it's not overthinking, but it's putting it in the right perspective. We have to watch our words, right? But we have to be in alignment with our divine nature, in communication with our divinity. When we're in alignment with our divinity, we get the answers we need to situate and posture and position ourselves into a state that's not breached so that we can be birthed into this new season of opportunities and success, no matter what stage you're at. If it's at the apprenticeship level, the journeyman level, or master level, whatever. You're always, even when you get to the master level, you're relearning always. It's in a circle. So getting to that place where you're elevating your awareness, or you're seeking head-heart coherence or resonance, what we need to do is consider of being more conscious, here it is, of our thoughts and our breath. When we slow down and become present, to be more conscious of our thoughts and our breath, our energies elevate so that we become more aware or attuned to our superpower, attuned to our energetic signature, attuned to our innate feelings, attuned to our ancestors or the Creator or our divine nature speaking. Not to hear again with these ears or to see with these eyes, but to intuitively feel, not an emotional feeling, rather emotions or feelings are important, but that intuitive feeling to recognize when you've had an opportunity come face to face with you. An individual is coming to you, whether they're for you or not, and they say a word. That is the word that you need in order. My wife was doing her dissertation, and I called her back from a meeting that I was in, and I shared with her. I said something was mentioned in this meeting, and I know you like words, and I wanted to share this with you. At the time, she had been working on her dissertation, and she was at this place that she was looking for an answer. And I called her, and I said, yeah, and the instructor or teacher said the word titular. I didn't even know what the word meant. So she said, titular. So she looked up the word, and that word titular, as it related to having a form of leadership, similar to like a queen or king, where the people actually give power to this particular person. That was the answer she needed as it related to her dissertation. It unlocked what she needed, and that very word gave her what she needed in order to come together with the rest of her graphs and information to finish. But it was because she was postured in position that she recognized, she was elevated at a certain frequency that she was able to see and recognize. But if she wasn't at that, if she wasn't in a place of using her gift, of being open to be available, to being grateful, to being thankful, to being loving, I could have called her and said titular, and it would have went right through and said, why are you calling me right now? Do you see it? And I'm doing my dissertation work. You know, at 11 o'clock, this is when I do da 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 da. Our answers are always right there in front of us, flowing past us and through us and in us and around us. It's in the air that we breathe. The air and the molecular moisture that's in the water. This is a closed loop system. This is the same air and water that our ancestors for years consumed. I'm going to say that again just in case that truck was too loud. We're in a closed loop system. This is the same air and the same water molecules that our ancestors inhabited. And when we put ourselves in alignment and our vibration is raised, then we're putting ourselves in alignment to receive the answer that we need for this time, this season in our lives, so that we can move to the next level of blessings, infinite power, infinite opportunities, infinite potential, infinite possibilities. We're always in an infinite situation. So I hope what I've shared has provided you a little bit more insight as it relates to how your answers are in your gift. Please, write in the comments how this was an encouragement to you. If there are any other things that you have insights on that you can share with the community to assist us as we're moving forward to stay balanced, please share it. Again, please like, share, and subscribe so that we can continue to move forward in sharing and growing together as one. I also just wanted to share is that if you check in the bio or in the link or description, that as an energy practitioner, I provide opportunities and ways for individuals to get into a balanced state, removing congestion, energetic congestion from the root, not the surface, but from the root, so that you're flowing and moving and elevating, so that you could be in your awareness to be able to hear and see your opportunities that are right there in front of you. And then also provide online Tai Chi or Qigong and breathwork sessions. I'm going to start a Tai Chi online session, but right now Qigong. And we'll get a little bit more into that later. But thank you so much for joining. Have an amazing season. And don't forget to be great, be intentional, and please, above everything, be authentically you. Have an amazing day.